Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Wednesday, January 19th, and my job starts in an hour. I decided to do the video early this morning. It's about 9 a.m. here. I've been up kind of early just trying to get stuff done and everything. So I did do a tiny bit of stitching yesterday, and I have been going back and forth with what kind of weight I want on the bottom of my Lowry, because I wanted something that would basically fit over the plate, right? That would be kind of like a square. Easier said than done finding that. So Bill was actually going to make me something. I was going to get like some rice or pellets or something and fabric, and he was going to sew it because he has a sewing machine for boat canvas. And then I said, I just need to make this easy on myself. So I looked this morning and Amazon had, and I figured out that for me, a 10-pound weight is enough. So Amazon has like this silicone wrapped weight that is 8 inches by 8 inches, which is perfect for the plate. And so I ordered it. That should be here actually this evening, I think. So driving Bill crazy with it because I've just been so back and forth about it. And I told him today, I said, I figured it out. I'm just going to use that. But I did want to show you, I got my, remember I told you I ordered the leather tray from Etsy? It's a snap tray. And I want to show you, I got a red one. I've forgotten what color I got. But see, it has my name in it. Isn't that cool? It was like 17 bucks, something like that. It's love it. It's very, very well made. And so what I have in it, this is how I do it. I have my Raycon earbuds and the Sulky, these, and then my Ort container. Now, when I stitch with DMC, for the projects I do with DMC, I'll use the plastic floss box that I have. It is just very easy to keep the spools in here, right? So I have that on my table. Now, I'm gonna flip you guys around so I can kind of show you a couple tips and tricks that I do for my Lowry. And I don't know if it'll help you, but it helped me when I saw this on a message board. So let me flip you around because I also want to show you something that I figured out and then I did yesterday. Okay. So I wanted, well, first of all, here's my stitching progress. I worked on this part. I did a little bit yesterday, and you can see I'm doing that. So you see my scissors here. I like having, as much as possible, everything like right here. And I was like, I used to stick my scissors to a needle minder, but then I was afraid of the tip piercing the fabric at some point. So I took one of my scissor sheaths and I made it into a needle minder. I just super glued one of those little magnets on the back. And so when I want to use scissors, I just pull them out and then can put them right back in. Something so very easy. And you can see I have like a little piece of paper in between because I'm like paranoid now about marks on my fabric. But as far as tips for the Lowry, now the whole point of me having a weight, and right now I just have like a dumbbell on there. I just wanted something flatter that would be more over the entire plate. So that's why I ordered what I ordered. I wanted to be able to have it set and then be able to just spin this out of the way because that lever down there lets you move the whole thing. I wanted to be able to move the whole thing without it tipping over. Now, in my opinion, the Lowry works best with Q-snaps and a Q-snap that is 11 by 11 or 8 by 8 because it's not too much weight on it. And if you get anything heavier, like I feel like an 11 by 17 Q-snap is heavy for this. The corner clamp is fantastic. However, with this chair, the corner clamp puts my Q-snap too far down. Unless if I had an 8 by 8 Q-snap, it would work fine. But an 11 by 11, it puts it too far down in front of me where I can't stitch comfortably. See, if you have this kind of clamp, which is the clamp that comes with every stand, you can move the Q-snap, where you need it to be, if that makes sense. So one of my biggest tips, and really the only tip I have, I guess. Well, first of all, this normally moves back and forth. And when I flipped my work over to the back, it would constantly move and it would just annoy me because it was so loud. I put a small piece of Scotch tape here and pulled it so it kind of sticks in there. Look, this does not move now. So when I flip this around, like, it's not making that clanging noise. Just saying. Okay, but the biggest tip that has helped me with this stand, I like to flip my work over to the back, right, to tie off. I do a loop method on the front, but I still like to tie off at the back. This is something that keeps this tight. Normally, you would keep it tight where this wasn't moving. However, someone in one of the groups said, just loosen it well enough that this still stays here, but that you can easily flip it around without having to constantly retighten this. And that's what I do now, and it works so, so good. So yeah, I sat here and stitched for a good bit yesterday, and I just love the chair. I'm so, so glad that I got it. And then here was something else that I did, again, trying to perfect as much as I can my setup. And I'm telling you, I'm so very close to having it. Once I get the weight plate and the new Lowry, the powder coated one, which it's shipped yesterday. I couldn't believe it. So that should be here very, very soon. This is a laptop table that I bought from LTD Commodities online. I don't even know if it's available because I bought this, I want to say last year. These are plastic. And this, see, I took this one off yesterday. I wanted to be able to bring my iPad closer to me when I'm sitting here. And the lip that was here kept blocking it. And I'm like, okay, how is this attached? And I'm like, oh my God, is it glued? No, just 3 screws. So now I took that off and it works great. So with my iPad, what I decided to do, let me flip you guys back around. I didn't mean to pause the video, but I did. And what I decided to do, I had a stylus for my iPad, that I wanted to mark off using the markup app that I have. But I wanted to have the stylus, like, how can I attach it to the iPad so I'm not constantly picking something up and pull, you know what I mean? They make a pencil, like a Bluetooth pen that goes with it. Now, not like the official Apple one, which is like very expensive, but they make other ones. So I bought one and it's magnetic because the outside of the iPad is magnetic, which I didn't realize that until I saw that. So I'll be able to stick the pencil right to the edge of the iPad, which is awesome. So that's coming. After these little purchases, I got to cut off the spending. I have just been buying whole bunches of stuff from Amazon and like just things and things and things for my setup. So, and let's talk about stitching for a second because, I read in some of these groups so much that people are just distraught over how little they get done in hours of stitching time. And one person made the comment that, it's supposed to be enjoyable, and it is. If you're not enjoying it, why are you doing it? But as far as getting projects completed, I was reading a book about weight loss last night that I found in my closet when I was going through there looking for something else. And one of the quotes in there that I thought applied to needlework, it says, the key is managing expectations, setting attainable goals, and achieving them repeatedly. Like, there are people that are like, oh, I don't have time to stitch. Well, do you have 10 minutes? Set a timer for 10 minutes. Because even if you concentrate for 10 minutes and get those stitches in, you will eventually get done a project. And it is about also, we all know ourselves, we know what we're capable of, right? It's about managing your expectations, in my opinion, to where you're not unhappy, to where you don't feel frustrated. And, I've had to constantly reevaluate that with myself. And I realized that you know, I'm not the stitcher I was, you know, 15 years ago when I stitched Mirabilias 3 years in a row. That's not me anymore. It's probably never going to be me again. And that's okay. I realize I like working on an 11 by 11 Q-snap and projects that fit in there without having to move the fabric around. But I mean, that's just me. So, yeah. And someone had mentioned, left a comment, and it made me pull out the magazine. In the most recent issue of Just Cross Stitch, which I had done a flip through, I think, there is this pattern by the Mindful Needle, and it says coffee is my Valentine. So I really do want to stitch that. Absolutely. Coffee. Yeah. So I think after I complete the ink circles piece, I'm going to do this for Valentine's Day. It'll be very easy to convert to Sulky. And I have like a light colored fabric, so this would be perfect. I absolutely love that. And I'm even thinking about doing like the smoke things in silver petite treasure braid. Won't that look cool? Yeah. Okay, so I did get a gift in the mail yesterday, and it is from Donna Kozlinski. So I just barely opened the box because I wanted to open this. Isn't the box so pretty? Are you kidding me? But yeah, the postman couldn't fit it in our mailbox, obviously. And he put it on the step, and I was like, ooh, what's that? Okay. So the first thing she sent were these disposable masks, which, oh my God, these are so fancy compared to the ones that I have, which are just plain black. So absolutely love these. Thank you so much. They're going to go, I keep them in the glove compartment of my car. Yeah. All right, so it looks like she sent a card. So let's look at that. And it looks like there's like a note. May your day be filled with sunshine and flowers. And she sent, oh look, it's Fox stationery. Isn't that so cute? Okay, she says, hi Danielle, I just love your podcast. Your true crime brought me back. Well, I'm sorry I don't do true crime all the time now, but it's not going away. I will do some. I don't know why I ever stopped watching. I'm currently watching from the beginning while watching you daily. I recently was on Etsy shopping on the Bags Plus shop when I spotted this on there. Oh boy. Okay, something from Bags Plus in there. I had to have one and knew you needed one too. Hope you enjoy it and thought it would be great for retreats. With the rising cases of the COVID variant, I thought you could use some face masks. Yes, I love the face mask. Thank you. And finally, I know how much you like coffee, especially Starbucks, so enjoy this seasonal flavor. I have become addicted to it. I am also enjoying Carolyn Manning designs, and hopefully we'll be starting 10,000 Lakes before long. Right now, I am working on Gathering at the Ark by Nancy Rossi. She says, you have inspired me to accept myself for who I am, and that if they can't, they are not my true friends. I am 71, and I guess you can teach an old dog new things. Enjoy and keep on being who you are. Donna, thank you so much. I love to think that I'm inspiring people because, man, sometimes I feel like I barely got my own shit together. So to think that I can inspire people to just accept who you are and to be who you are, it's taken me a whole long time to get to that point. Because, you know, when I stop and I think about it, I lived so much of my teenage years and my young adult life just always wishing I was someone else or that I looked like something else. And it's just, I mean, those years are going to be the years that you look the best, right? Like you're the youngest. And, you know, I thought I was fat when I weighed 139. My God, are you kidding me? I weigh 175 now. I would kill to weigh 139. When you think about, though, the abuse that we put on ourselves, like, it just needs to stop. It seriously just needs to stop. Okay. So this is the Bags Plus thing, I'm guessing. It's never too late to become, you know, accepting of yourself. Oh, look at it. Okay. First of all, oh, okay, the ribbon stays on it. But look at the pattern. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, this will fit. You can put your bobbins in here. This is amazing. You can put your the DMC bobbins in there, and then down here, scissors, highlighter, or whatever. Oh my God, yes. I will absolutely. This may even replace the, this would be perfect for retreats. This may even replace in time my, box, my plastic box. Oh my God, thank you so much. And then you just tie it closed. Amazing. Thank you so much, Donna. I absolutely love that. And Bags Plus is spelled, I think the plus is spelled with a Z. Oh, it's BAGZPLUS. So if you guys want to look up the S's there. And then here is the coffee. I can't wait to try this because I've never tried this blend. Holiday blend. Let's go. Yeah. So Donna, thank you so very much for everything. Absolutely love it. I always say I have the most generous subscribers because you guys have just sent me so many wonderful things over the years that I've had my channel. Okay, so finally, we have an inspirational story, and I glanced over the story so I know how it's going to begin and end, and it made me think of last night, which I will talk about when I read the story. So, the story is called God Make Me a TV. Students at an elementary school were asked to write an essay about what they would like God to do for them. At the end of the day, while grading the essays, a teacher read one that made her very emotional. Her husband, who had just walked in, saw her crying and asked her what happened. She answered, "Read this. It is one of my school's students' essays." So the essay says, "Oh God, tonight I ask you something very special. Make me into a television set. I want to take its place and live like the TV in my house. I want to have my own special place and have my family around me. I want to be taken seriously when I talk. I want to be the center of attention and be heard without interruptions or questions. I want to receive the same special care as the TV set receives, even when it is not working. I want to have the company of my dad when he arrives home from work, even when he is tired. And I want my mom to want me when she is sad and upset instead of ignoring me. And I want my brothers to fight to be with me. I want to feel that family just leaves everything aside every now and then just to spend some time with me. And last but not least, ensure that I can make them all happy and entertain them. Lord, I don't ask you for much. I just want to live like a TV." Isn't that the most heartbreaking thing? The worst part? So at that moment, the husband said, "My God, that poor kid, what horrible parents." And the wife looks up at him and says, "That's our son's essay." That's a fucking eye-opener, isn't it? Yeah. And it, when I read that, it made me think of last night. So usually every Tuesday, my stepdaughter and her boyfriend come over for dinner. And I have been making it a habit or trying to impart when I go downstairs and I'm spending time with Bill, my phone's in the other room. My phone is in my bedroom. So I'm not tempted to look on it. So there was a point where we were watching TV and I just happened to take a breath and I noticed her boyfriend's on his phone, she's on her phone, Bill's on his phone. No one's looking at each other, no one's talking. And I just sat there and I thought, this is why I don't have my phone right now. And it also made me think that, try to think back to when I was a kid, and it's like, what did we do sitting around the TV when we didn't have our phones to look at, right? My phone, I feel like, I'm on it like all day long for work and things like that. So, yeah. Just think about it. Just think about how much you're on your phone. I mean, that essay is heartbreaking, but it's true. I really think it applies to today. Yeah. So I did finish the book that I was reading, the Watcher Girl by Minka Kent. It was pretty good. I liked it. And it was available on Kindle Unlimited, so I was able to get that for free. I have read 5 books already this year. Let's go, right? 5 books in 3 weeks. That's pretty good. So I'm definitely on track for 60 books this year. Okay, so the last thing, because I have to eat some breakfast before our job starts today. Today's entry for unfucking ourselves in 2022. Okay. You've been living your life according to the past, but you now need to make the pivot to make your life about what's new, about your potential and your legacy. New emotional approaches, new behaviors, new habits, the kind of stuff that demonstrates the life you say you want. And, you know, I try not to live in the past too much. I know I've talked many times different stories about my childhood on here, but I really, really try to not live back in that way, because in that life, because it's what got me to here, right? And, you know, we literally have one life. We have to enjoy it, live the best that we can. And it's a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle every day to live positively or to enjoy your life. It really, really is. Yeah, but just I'm looking at the calendar entry again. New approaches. Yeah, like I said, easier said than done. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. So I'm going to end this here, guys. I hope I have imparted a little bit of wisdom, especially about having your phone downstairs in the evening. Oh, my God. I glanced over the story and I was like, can you imagine just reading your child's essay and realizing they want to be a TV so you'll pay attention to them? My God. But yeah, I really, like yesterday, I'll say this and then I'll end. I really try to now, like when Bill came in my office after work, I was stitching. Normally I would have kept stitching while he was talking. I didn't. I stopped and I looked directly at him. So he knew my attention was focused on him. And it is those little things, as far as I'm concerned, that help my marriage. That paying attention to your partner and when they're listening. And he was talking about work. So whatever he wants to talk about, I don't care, right? But I feel like a lot of us wind up taking our spouses for granted sometimes. And also, we are distracted when we are engaging or talking to people. And I strive to be more present, to look the person in the face, to put down whatever I'm doing, to engage. Like, and I've even gone so far as to think, you know, on the weekends when we're watching TV downstairs, a lot of the times I'll be reading a book because Bill's watching something that I don't necessarily, maybe like Gold Rush, that I don't necessarily want to watch. But I'm going to try to not do that, to try to be present with him in that moment and engage with him in every, you know what I mean? There's plenty of other time for me to read. In the morning before I get out of bed or in the evening. I mean, I have ample time. I really do. So, you know, because you never know when your last day is on this earth. And so I don't want to have any regrets going forward with the rest of my life. I mean, I've had too many in, you know, the 47 years I've been on this planet. So, yeah. But okay, going to end here. I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday, and say a prayer for me because we have the arbitration today. And we've had a break for like a week and a half. So yeah. So as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.